29 years old and I come from the small town of Oudtshoorn in the Western Cape.
Sanbonani, South Africa. My name is Nompumelelo Maduna. I'm 29 years young from Soweto, Gauteng.
Dumelang, South Africa. My name is Bonalinda Constantine. I am 26 years old from Potchefstroom in Bokoni Bophirima.
Africa Borwa entle dumela ka leina ke Ntshiametse Tlhopane, a 23-year-old from Ikasi la Makasi, Soweto in Gauteng.
Hello, South Africa. My name is Falisa Lombard. I'm 25 years old and I come from the always beautiful city of gold, Johannesburg.
Hello, South Africa. My name is Saida Katz. I'm 25 years old from Eldorado Park, Gauteng.
Coming to you live from SunBet Arena Times Square in Tshwane. This is Miss South Africa 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, South Africa's darling, award-winning broadcaster, entrepreneur, media personality, and brand behind the brand, House of B&G, and star of Bedazzled on S3, Bonang Mateba.
Good evening, Sati! Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to everybody here at the SunBet Arena. Thank you so very much for joining us, and of course to you at home and our special viewers at SABC Plus. A very warm welcome to the Miss South Africa 2024 Grand Finale! Now, as we celebrate a momentous milestone, 30 years of democracy, 30 years of freedom, and of course, 30 years of being our true selves and striving for excellence. Tonight, we crown the best of the very best. What a very powerful opening performance. Please give it up one more time to Drop Tribe. And of course, my beautiful top 10 here behind me, dressed by Khat Johan Kutsia and shoes by Steve Madden. Ladies, you all look so beautiful. Thank you very much for joining us. I'll be chatting to you in a couple of moments. Thank you so much. Take a breather. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this year is all about renewal with a fresh sense of hope and, of course, clear intention in the air. We are emerging from the shadows and stepping into the light. The new queen we crown tonight, like those that came before her, stands on the shoulders of greatness, ready to step into that very light and forge forward. But tonight is not only about pageantry. We have amazing performances, we have insights for our beautiful judges, and of course a look back at our journey to Miss SA through our wonderful reality show, Crown Chasers. It is a truly celebration of brilliant designs and of course a celebration with the house of B&G. I had to add it in there, you know. But what would Miss South Africa be without our phenomenal judges, our phenomenal partners, and of course, our prizes? The ultimate prize here tonight is our Miss South Africa crown, Moana. And in addition to her crown, our 66th queen will walk away with a brand new car from our official road partner, Mercedes-Benz, a CLE Coupe. Lucky girl. A stunning 3-bedroom apartment at the exquisite Brookfield at Royal, developed by Tricold, which she will call home for the remainder of her year. She will also receive homeware and accessories from Woolworths, beautiful furniture from Sean, and to add to that perfect touch, an array of products from our family at L'Oreal Paris. Accommodation from Sun International when she travels all across Southern Africa. And of course, the big one, 1 million rand cash on behalf of the Miss South Africa organization. Thank you so much to all our wonderful partners. Please give them a round of applause. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we also have exclusive footage on our Miss SA app featuring behind-the-scenes update and, of course, really awesome footage. Download it on your devices right now and journey with us throughout the night. And, of course, if you are on the socials, follow us. Our handle is @official_Miss SA and our official hashtag Miss SA 2024. But your participation tonight is paramount because you, the viewers at home, get to submit a question that will determine our final 2 finalists. So get social and get those questions because we really want to hear from you tonight. But I'm not alone, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight I will be joined by our current Miss South Africa 2023, Natasha Joubert.
Hey, my bee.
Hello, darling. Before I chat to you, I want to tell everybody what you've been up to now. She recently hosted our brand new reality show, Crown Chasers, on S3, and tonight she will be co-hosting with me. So, Tash, welcome, Leafy.
B. Always such an honor being next to you. Started at Crown Chasers and now we are here, ready to crown our new Miss South Africa.
We're ready, darling. You look absolutely amazing. I'll be chatting to you in a couple of moments, Natasha Joubert. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now 4 years ago, we proudly welcomed our first transgender woman. Last year, we opened up to mothers, women who have been married and raised our age limit all the way to 30 years old. Can you imagine that? And this year we are so honored to have a contestant who is hearing impaired and wears a cochlear implant. That deserves a round of applause. I think so too. And for the very first time, ladies and gentlemen, we also have a sign language interpreter. Please put your hands together for Andy Swakobashe. Now that's to 30 years of freedom and democracy, right? I like that so much. And also this year, we have the most diverse group of women, and we are super, super proud of them. We can't wait for you guys to see them, whether they are married, divorced with children, or without children, and also those who are differently able, all across our entries, finalists, and our fans. So, with that said, Happy Women's Day, by the way, ladies. Hey! I hope everybody had a wonderful night, and of course, we salute all the beautiful South African women that are watching us tonight. Talking about beautiful South African women, it is a competition, and we have the judges who are here with us tonight to ensure that the best of the best entrants are here, and of course, the ultimate queen takes away Moana. Let's meet our esteemed judges. First up, a true powerhouse in the entertainment industry, businesswoman and advocate for women's rights, Mrs. Lerato Kganya-Kgotlala.
And it's your girl, B, in the building, baby.
Actress, talk show host, author, and businesswoman, Leanne Durant.
Hello, my lovey.
Scotty, how are you?
I'm so good. You look so amazing. Wow. Look
Oh,
at you,
thank
queen.
you. So do you.
Amazing.
Thank you so much. Double crown winner, Miss South Africa and Miss World 2014, medical doctor and founder of RA Sunglasses and the official eyewear partner. Tonight, please welcome Rolene Strauss. Miss World. Veteran musician and actress, the glamorous icon, Tembisi Yeta. And Miss South Africa 2000 international host and speaker, Joanne Strauss. Now, Lorato, let me go back to you. You look absolutely amazing, but I want to know, as a public figure who consistently presents themselves as positive and, purposeful as well, what advice would you want to give to our contestants tonight about staying present and staying focused?
Listen, they have officially become my daughters, each and every one of them. And I remind them every day, you need to stay true to yourself. You need to stand for something. Be consistent and don't ever let anyone define you. Thank you.
Thank you, Lorato. I hope, ladies, that you're listening backstage. But Leandi, welcome back, my crazy gal in fun. Now, you consistently invent yourself, like you always believe in self-mastery. So what values do you want to see expressed by our contestants tonight?
Thank you, my love. I want them to just authentically own their time on stage, to truly, truly be themselves. And, all of these contestants, they have had immense hardships, but they've overcome it. They are not victims, they are victors. So it's time for them to step out of the darkness into the light and to come and show us their kindness, their grace, and their strength.
Wonderful. Fantastic advice. Thank you. Now, Rolene, 10 years ago, you won on this very stage and then went on to be crowned Miss World. What advice would you have for our contestants, who want to achieve something similar, like, double crown power, just like you?
Vanang, about a decade ago, I stood on that stage and I dared to dream, just like each and every one of our contestants. Remember that on the international stage, you're not only carrying your own story, but you are carrying the story of our beautiful country, South Africa. So with God on your side, South Africa across your chest, the world is quite literally your oyster.
I love that. There's a new saying in town, no DNA, just R. There you go. Tembi, back in the 90s, you changed the game and became the standard when it comes to showcase and, of course, performances. What do you want to say to our contestants tonight about how they, bring out their very best?
I would say, Queen, be yourself. There's no one like you. You are unique. This is a moment for you to shine, to celebrate yourself. While you're walking down the aisle, the ramp, look around, feel the energy and feel the love. Make some noise.
I like that.
And then I will say, enjoy the moment while you're at it.
Thank you so much. You guys are a great crowd, by the way, so thank you very much for that. Joanne, you have been an ambassador for many brands and organizations all across the world, and you have a passion for the art ecosystem. Now, what does being an ambassador truly involve, and why should it be something to aspire to?
You know, Bonang, I remember when I won 24 years ago, I still said in my final answer, I vow that I will be a voice for those whose voices have been silenced. And I've been trying to do that through my philanthropic projects. I've been trying to do that through my business as well. And I hope that that is what the ladies back there understand as being a brand ambassador. Working with brands also who value you as you value them, because you have to honor yourself and then use that power to honor others and bring strength to good brands.
Fantastic! Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, let's thank our judges! Thank you so much. We're so excited. All female judging panel. That's how we like it. Now, this evening won't be easy for our ladies, but the journey is certainly worth it. Speaking of that journey, let's take a look back at some of the highlights from this year's season of Crown Chasers. Now, this season 3 of the show gives us a peek in what the finalists, I beg your pardon, had to do to get on this very stage. Now, this reality show followed all our contestants, all their progress from top 30 all the way to top 10. Take a look.
You are the top 30 for Miss South Africa 2024.
Crown Chasers is actually a sneak peek into what it actually takes to be in South Africa.
All 4 of you are unfortunately not going through to the next round.
I'm really proud of myself for making it this far, and I can't wait to see who the new Miss South Africa 2024 is.
So you are officially the top 16 of the Miss South Africa finalists. Congratulations, ladies!
Most importantly for me, what I'm looking for is a lady that owns her story. To not be identified by her sorrow, but to rather step out from it and own her own magic.
It forced me to be homeless, and I bounced back like a queen.
But I'm crying because I've realized that I've overcome that.
People in my community made sure that I never forgot that.
We're not here to pretend. We are here to let it out and to feel.
If you see this as a one-day job, that you get to look pretty and walk on a runway, you're very mistaken.
There's always been an excuse against that.
I don't know why I'm crying already, but it was a really rough week.
I knew that it was going to be a very intense one for me.
I don't know my left and right, my up and down. I don't know what's going on.
It's not about how tall you are, it's not about how big you are.
She's just pretty, and that's why she made it through.
There's no time for shyness or timidness. Today I want to see superstars.
I feel she's got so much more to give.
Why are we walking like that? Who said you should walk like that? What changed?
Top 3!
But now we need to move on to the lady who really stepped it up.
I mean, what more can a girl ask for?
Everyone is very much still in the running, so girls, this is not the time to play around now.
I had to learn that I needed to redefine what failure was.
When you hit rock bottom, the only way that you can move now is moving forward and upwards.
Wake up. You need to come back. You need to come back to the show. I'm here. I want this. I want this so badly.
I'm giving it everything I got.
Anything can happen.
Whoa. What? How's this gonna work? You need to know what you're here for. You need to know your why.
I will not rest until I have reached the goal.
The chaser who is going home today is not going home.
Guys.
There's a lot of pressure and a lot of expectation that comes with being Miss South Africa, and I need these women to allow themselves to be great.
Moana is right here, so it's like it's do or die.
We're not looking for the next Aussie, the next Shudu, or the next Natasha. We're looking for the next Miss South Africa.
Being Miss South Africa requires maintaining a healthy, fit, and strong body and mind, and this cannot be vastly overstated. Motherkind, our collagen partner, ran a fitness competition with our top 16 finalists, and one of them will tonight walk away with a cash prize of 15,000 rands, a year's supply of monthly Motherkind supplements, and of course be named their brand ambassador for the year. I'm proud to announce that the winner of the Motherkind Award is... I'm proud to announce that the winner of the Motherkind Award is Nompumelelo. Congratulations, Nompumelelo. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is your top 7, all right? So, I mean, top 10, I beg your pardon. Jeez, I'm there in a rush, Askis. We're almost there. So let's take a look at this because I want to get to know them a little bit better.
Hello, my name is Kiwalipile Ramafoko. I'm 25 years old and I was born in Emalahleni in the Mpumalanga province. I am a qualified skills development facilitator and I am currently doing my honors in psychology and languages. I'm here because there's a story that needs to be told. There are young women in South Africa who haven't heard the story of women in sports. There has to be an holistic approach as to how we do our education and sports goes hand in hand together. And that's why I'm here to tell that story.
Hi, my name is Kirsten Khan. I'm 26 years old from Gauteng, and I've studied architectural drafting, and I'm now a full-time model. I'm here advocating for mental health education to ensure that kids are being given the attentive attention towards what their individual skill sets is. I'm somebody who always is empathetic towards the next person. I'm just a person who believes that there is good in this world despite the bad. So I would like to play my part in helping bring more good and humility into this world.
Hi, my name is Natasha Joubert. I am 29 years old and I'm from originally Kempton Park. I am a fashion designer and I'm also a mother. I think that it's important for me to be here because I'm here to represent the single mothers in our community. I feel like that community is not represented enough. I work with a nonprofit organization and we work with women and children, and our aim is to help them and to provide wherever they need to be provided. So I would use this platform to even provide better or bigger, make bigger changes for them.
Hi, I'm Libahan Koza. I am 27 years old from the city of Pietermaritzburg in KwaZulu-Natal. I am an impact educator of performing arts. I'm here because I want to use the discourse of education through the vehicle of performing arts as something that could help with self-awareness skills, self-management skills, and mental health management skills.
Hello, my name is Mia Lagu. I am 28 years old. I study part-time BCom marketing. I work as a marketing manager and I also do some modeling. I grew up very, very different. I've been deaf with a cochlear implant, and the real reason I'm here is I want to show everyone who has ever felt different, especially in South Africa, where there is such a diverse culture, that if you stand tall and confident and believe in yourself, then others will too.
My name is Nompumelelo Matuna. I am 29 years young, currently pursuing a master's at the University of Johannesburg in marketing research. I come from Soweto. I'm not here to just win a sash or a crown. I'm really here to wear South Africa on my sleeve, proudly, and to be a servant of our people, because I want young women to know who they are. I want young women to tap into their roots, which is going to bring out the true, authentic self in developing others and developing themselves and enhancing that and growing into their true purpose.
My name is Onalina Constantine. I am 26 years old and I reside on Potchefstroom in the Northwest. Most of my time I spend assisting property management. I'm here because I believe that I can transform lives. I want to create an environment where young women and men are successful. I want to empower both genders because I believe that the mental decline is not only on women, it's also with men. So both genders need to be empowered and motivated.
My name is Untiametse Tlhapane. I'm a 23-year-old from Ikasila Makasi, Soweto in Johannesburg. I am a founder of an organization called #SafeHere, which is very close to my heart because I'm passionate about the development of children. I'm also a criminology graduate. And recently, I just learned how to communicate in sign language, which is very exciting. I am here because I want to make an impact. I genuinely believe in the vision and the influence that Miss South Africa has, and I think partnership with the organization will help me broaden my reach and impact more lives.
Hi, I'm Natasha Joubert. I'm 25 years old and I'm from Johannesburg, Gauteng. I'm a final year medical student and I have an undergraduate degree in biomedical sciences and an honors degree in neuroscience. I am here because I feel it's my destiny. I took a Hippocratic oath when I started studying medicine, and I feel that those promises that I made within the Hippocratic Oath marry so well with the Miss South Africa platform. I know that the greatness that I want to achieve in life will only grow exponentially with this platform.
Hello, my name is Taira Kat. I'm from the south side of Johannesburg in Eldorado Park. I'm 25 years old. I want the little girls who look up to people in pageantry to know that they can do it, to dream and never limit your dreams. Step into the leap of faith and do it. Why I'm here is to use this platform to voice all of my experiences to light up the hope in each little young girl.
Tonight, our newly crowned Miss South Africa 2024 will walk away with unforgettable prizes. For her year of reign, she will drive in style in a brand new Mercedes-Benz CLE Coupe. Live in a stunning apartment at the exquisite Brookfield at Royal, developed by Tricolt, with glorious views of the Johannesburg skyline. Furnished with homeware and accessories by Woolworths Home. Sean will add the perfect touch to her apartment with their stunning furniture. She will also receive an array of L'Oreal Paris beauty products for that delicate skin, makeup, and hair care routine. For traveling across Southern Africa, Sun International will always ensure that our Queen has a home away from home. Keeping her connected, Vivo South Africa, the official smartphone partner, will light up Miss South Africa's journey with the cutting-edge technology and style of the Vivo V30 5G. Ensuring that she is dressed to impress at every moment, she'll receive a custom wardrobe courtesy of AFI, African Fashion International. More Fire, the beverage of choice, will make sure she remains ignited and fired up. A queen needs a crown, so our new queen will wear the beautiful Moana, courtesy of Nungu Diamonds. And of course, from the Miss South Africa organization, she walks away with 1 million rand. Thank you to our luxury brand partners for taking daily care of our Miss South Africa 2024.
What's with the photo? Shoot the other day about Ingolosiao. Boom, but that's something I've never seen before. Okay, right, starts walking. It's following the signs. Yo. Magafigara, since they've been waiting for him. It was never about the wings, Mfano. It's the fire in you. Yeah?
Thank you to our partners for taking care of the Miss South Africa finalists for 2024 and for the road ahead for the newly crowned Queen. This year, we are honored with leadership development coaching by Fast Forward Coaching by Yvonne Johnston. Tasty delights from Chateau Gâteau will ensure Miss South Africa has all-you-can-eat cake at any moment. And thank you to Brand South Africa for ensuring our winner is playing her part in nation building.
Welcome back. Now, our top 10 finalists are a group of force to be reckoned with. Brilliance and beauty are just some of the superpowers that our queen has to have. Now, one of my favorite times of the evening, let's get you ready for summer, people. Please welcome on stage our top 10 finalists, dressed in resort wear by Melondi and accompanied by the award-winning singer-songwriter Jessie Clegg.
I just called to hear your voice. I walk these crowded streets.
but I cannot shake this feeling. I'm a stranger now, 1,000 days from home, and the skin under your clothes. But I close my eyes and I see my fingers rolling your number. In a kind of constellations, I feel like the only one, the only burning star out in the sky. No matter how alone, you make me feel like I am home. When everything around me is noise, I just call to hear your voice. I just call to hear your voice. My mind is playing static. Stayed out till 3 a.m. again. Up to my bad habits, and I know what you would say, but I call you anyway. My fingers rolling your number. In a kind of constellations, I feel like the only one, the only burning star out in the sky. No matter how alone, you make me feel like I am home. When everything around me is noise, I just call to hear your voice. I just call to hear you. I just call to hear your voice. I just call to hear you. I just call to hear your voice. I just call to hear you. I just call to hear your voice. I just call to hear you. I just call to hear your voice. When you say my name like when you say my name, go so, let's go. When you say my name like it's not every day. If I won't know. When you say my name, go so, let's go. Don't know where you take me when you whisper it to me. I just call to hear you. In a kind of constellations, I feel like the only one, the only burning star out in the sky. No matter how alone, you make me feel like I am home. When everything around me is noise, I just call to hear your voice. I just call to hear your voice. I just call to hear you. I just call to hear your voice. I just call to hear you. I just call to hear your voice. I just call to hear you. I just call to hear your voice. I just call to hear you. I just call to hear your voice.
Ladies and gentlemen, these are your top 10. Let's take a break. And when we get back, we have a performance by Lebo Mashile. Thank you to our partners for taking care of the Miss South Africa finalists for 2024 and for the road ahead for the newly crowned queen. For every reason to celebrate, our official celebration partner, House of B&G. For stepping out in style, our preferred footwear partner, Steve Madden, and costume jewelry partner, Lovisa. And to ensure she's always on point, our official fragrances, body care, and clothing from Woolworths and W Beauty.
I've definitely seen the changes that the Miss SA organization wanted to implement come to life. We have so many people of different cultural backgrounds. And for me, that is stunning representation of South Africa and who we are.
We are looking for a Miss South Africa that's going to represent all from different walks of lives, diversity, and a woman with humanity and who knows and understands her heritage.
With this judging today, what impressed me the most is how different they are and how they brought different things on the table. I think what touched me the most is with all the beauty and the poise and the perfection, there's a real person there. There's a story that shapes them.
Miss South Africa as a brand now really lives that brand. It lives that brand ethos of making sure that people feel part, that they take ownership of Miss South Africa. It's become a lot more inclusive in so many ways, and I think that to me is an indication of progress as a nation.
As South Africa, we are such a diverse country, so even for us, just as a panel of 5 people, we're all diverse. So it's impossible to be a true representation of everyone in the country, but how they have chosen us, I feel every time, it's so amazing to see everyone's different opinions.
I'm a voice to so many women out there, unashamedly so, whether people agree or disagree with me. You know, I stand for what I believe is right, and I respect everyone else's opinion, and I feel that's what Miss South Africa should be about. And I think you've got a great judge here. Let's do it again next year.
Welcome back. We're still live on SABC3. You're watching Miss South Africa 2024 and SunBet Arena. We're feeling the heat, so thank you very much for all your energy. Do remember to keep socializing with us on social media and Twitter and Instagram at @official_Miss SA, and of course our hashtag Miss SA 2024. It's going to be an incredible night as we journey on to crown our brand new queen. Talking about queens, I know Natasha, you're standing next to one of our favorite queens right here.
Well, I'm moments away of crowning our new Miss South Africa 2024, and I'm about to actually join that sisterhood. But talking about sisterhood, I've got Tamron Green, guys, one of the most iconic Miss South Africas. My Tam, my friend, if you can maybe share with us one of your most valuable lessons during your years, Miss SA, what would that be?
Good evening, South Africa. You look incredible. I'm so excited to be here tonight. A really important lesson that I learned is that if you are in a position where you as a woman have a voice, like a Miss South Africa, it is your duty to champion and uplift other women. Bring up other women with you. Don't just try to shine by yourself. It is your moment to encourage and motivate other women as well.
Thank you, my Tam. Tamron Green, guys. Back to you, Bonang.
Thank you so much, ladies. Very lovely to see you, and I hope you had a wonderful Women's Day. Judging a pageant of any level is definitely tough, but at this highest level in our country, it is about ensuring that the lady that is chosen is a true representation of our wonderful country, that she is indeed the best of the very best. Don't forget to be part of all the action tonight. Chat to us and influence our final question of the evening. What would you want to ask our Miss South Africa top 3? Submit those questions right now, all right? Hashtag Ask Miss SA 2024. Make sure you get the queen that you would like at the top to represent you. So who are you cheering for? Let me hear any names. Do we have any favorites? We've got some bars here in the front. All right. We always love to see that. Thank you very, very much. We will stay with our top 10 for the next performance. This next segment is brought to you by one of our value partners who collaborated so brilliantly with during Crown Chasers, with our finalists in designing their very own unique t-shirts with messages of hope and, of course, empowerment. African Fashion International, a brand that stands for African design excellence, having showcased our very best on runways all across the world, but most importantly, providing a platform for budding local designers and, of course, fashion stars. Tonight, they bring us a stunning array of designs and leading our ladies into this powerful performance. Before we go to that, Natasha, I have one more question to ask you. How were you feeling last year at this very moment?
Guys, the knees, they were weak. But I must say, when I did the opening segment and I just heard the whole arena, it really did help me a lot. So people out there today, let's go mad for our ladies. Let's encourage them, but also to the girls, just live in the moment, be present, be content.
Live in the moment, have fun. But I have to ask you, what was your favorite segment right throughout the pageant? Was it evening wear? Was it swimwear, resort wear? I love resort wear, by the way.
Ooh, yeah. I see where you're going. Summer. Ooh, that's a tough one. Let's take it back. I would actually say the African print, opening segment.
I love that.
All the vibes, all the vibes.
Love that. Very, very iconic. But let's move on to another iconic woman. Thank you so much, Natasha. None other than award-winning poet, Lebo Mashile, who has written a very special piece for all our finalists and, of course, the women of South Africa. Enjoy.
Her aura shifts, vibes and eyes the second she glides into the room. It's the subtle electricity of brilliance coupled with the audacity she exudes. The energetic signature of excellence that sings without a sound. Her wings, her essence, her burden, her blessing, her birthright is her crown. She elevates every space she enters. Woman mirrors God's creativity. Out of what she has been handed, she crafts a new reality. Before her, trees stand in admiration. Where she walks, rivers grow full. Beneath her skin, she grapples with what healing demands. Her mind is a compass pointing true north. She understands rhythms of change the way the sea hears the language of the moon. Like the cyclical nature of seasons, she is an evolving creation too. She is crowned at 5 years old, while in her mother's high heels, watching Miss South Africa in the living room. She is crowned crossing treacherous rivers daily just to get through primary school. A financial acrobat walking on wire from an RDP home to university. As she achieves degree after degree through black tax, gender wage gaps, neurodiversity, disabilities, flying like a lioness through fire to inspire her babies. To the women who hold up the sun in the war against GBV. To those who fled from predators at home because it was safer in the streets. To grown women carrying a little girl inside with broken glass for memories. To cycle enders and curse breakers. To the ones who have no animosity. From those who you inspire, who lack the words to tell you how. In their silence, hear invisible choirs clapping. Your isolation is your crown. They may ask why she is worthy of an honor so high that the heavens stare with curiosity at the mysteries of her design. How she moves with the fluidity of rain and the ferocity of steel. How she has endured everything she has been through and is still not afraid to feel. How she is crowned through high-functioning depression. How she is crowned through scorn and rejection for what exists between her thighs, or where her parents were born, or who she chooses to love, or the size of her body, her soul's adornment. If she lives here, if she loves here, she belongs, she is ours. From the birth of the universe to the the breath of the newly born. From a history of carnage and strife to 30 years of this democracy hard won. From the chaos of today to a future she will mold. She is crowned by all that she has been. She is crowned by all that she will bring forth.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lebo Mashile! Woo! You look amazing, my queen. My queen! You look absolutely amazing. Now, ladies and gents, our top 10 ladies are here on stage, and I know they're very, very nervous. You okay? You guys are beautiful. You still having fun? It's gonna be a good night. Now, that was a showcase round, not a judging round. It was our very last time to see our top 10 of 2024. And now, we're about to reveal your top 7. Ladies, you are all amazing. Congratulations. And I hope this pageant was all you wished and more. All right, congratulations for making it this far. I have to say that one more time. Now, when I read your name, please step forward. And in no particular order, your top 7 is... The first lady occupying your top 7 is... Tahira! Congratulations, Tahira, and welcome to the top 7. Our second spot goes to... Unalena! Our third finalist in the top 7, please put your hands together for Kirsten! And our fourth spot, please welcome to the top 7, Mia! Position number 5, please put your hands together for Untiameti! 5 down and 2 more to go. I hope your favorite is gonna make it into our top 7 tonight. Please put your hands together and welcome Layla! And the final position in our top 7, and the final finalist who are still in the running of becoming your brand new Miss South Africa 2024 is Nompumelelo! South Africa, these are your top 7 ladies that made it through to the next stage of Miss South Africa 2024. Things have certainly heated up right here in the SunBet Arena. Make sure you don't go anywhere. More coming up after this.
Thank you to our partners for taking care of the Miss South Africa finalists for 2024 and for the road ahead for the newly crowned queen. Our Miss South Africa 2024 will be set for all her travels with luggage from Forever New and for ensuring she's always dressed for success. Ensuring her oral health is taken care of, thank you to Listerine. To keep her well-groomed, thank you to Intuition South Africa. With sunglasses from RS Sunglasses, Miss South Africa will be ready to conquer her fabulous lifestyle. Retail Insight will ensure Miss SA is always connected with megabytes of data and able to spoil herself with her Retail Insight gift card.
5G. Light it up.
Welcome back to Miss South Africa 2024, live from the SunBet Arena right here in Tshwane. We just announced our top 7, and I'm telling you, the energy right here is infectious. I think reality is starting to kick in for all our finalists backstage. And somebody that knows all about nerves is former Miss South Africa, of course, Natasha Joubert. She's going to join me on stage because I want to chat to her a little bit more, because I think she's the perfect person to tell us, advise the girls backstage on how they can be ready to get Moana on their heads tonight. I love this color, Leafy.
We're kind of matching. We got the old train going, the old fashion.
Right? Welcome back. You look absolutely amazing, right? And as we approach the final moments of Miss South Africa, I want to know, what were you feeling? I think I asked that earlier. But what were you feeling again?
I'll
Especially
elaborate.
question and answer. Question and answer.
I will. That's a hard one. Guys, I struggled down the stairs, but my dress was beautiful. But I must say, when I stood in the top 2, your voice made that moment iconic. I could literally close my eyes, Natasha! And I don't know why, but the tears just came out of nowhere. Such a big moment.
But I've been watching you very closely on social media, and you've been very, very emotional about all these days and hours and minutes leading up to your final, moments as our crowning queen. Do you have particularly one moment that stands out throughout your reign?
For sure.
Yeah, tell us.
Actually, last year in my top 7 mission statement, I stood right here and I pledged 12 bursaries. And I think we are currently standing at 62 bursaries. So that's a legacy I would love to continue. It's not going to stop here tonight, especially if I give over the crown. That doesn't mean the legacy stops here. So that's my biggest moment.
Absolutely. Well, you had a number of very funny moments this year. Natasha Joubert, of course, was our host on Crown Chasers. There were funny moments, not so funny moments, serious moments, but always very emotional moments, all right? So let me take you back to that journey. Here it is.
I feel like you guys have a tough job, like after that.
Yeah.
You need to discuss the Larry's, what are we looking for?
Well, we're
That's how I was
Now it's
looking for
my turn. It's my
so
turn.
whatever that might be. Now we need to choose our top 5 somewhere. We somewhere at Fiona.
My top 3 are Kirsten, Tamia, and...
Slate 14, Mpumi, take 1. Let's do it.
Chichi, you almost... Sorry, I think there's something in my tooth. I really had fun, or I'm having fun. I always get confused with the present and the past. Did I do better? Yo, present tense.
Don't worry about it.
No, this is not for TV. You guys are gonna have to cut it.
What came first, the chicken or the egg?
I'm going through a bit of a situation right now.
You know, I was going to say, like, on Q&A, like, I was so nervous I wanted to fart, but I was like, no, I can't say that on the TV, you know.
There we go. Why is she heavier today?
Saving my honor.
Hi, so we just represented to Jess.
Say hi.
Okay, we just represented. Oh, present.
Please just don't judge me, people that know how to box.
Me too. Why does it look like a Band-Aid?
It does.
You're not slow, man. All of us.
Let's move on to our crown chaser of the week. Me.
My top 3 are Tahira, Tamira, and... okay.
I am enjoying the sun, the smell. Girls answer.
What's a girl's answer? Okay, all right.
I'll say this on camera. I'm in love with Rolene Strauss. Like Sokarish vibes.
Maybe perhaps she knows her best side. And that's how we are as women. I mean, I know my best side. Camera, close up. This is my best side. This
Mine's
one,
my backside, so what must I do? Turn around now. What must I do? Okay.
No.
I'm gonna start sitting like...
Oh.
You know those scenes in the cars where it's like, I don't understand, I was blindsided. This will be a true love.
Come join the festivities, aye.
All right.
Yo.
What is happening?
Thank you.
I was like avoiding you today because I was like, Claire must not make me cry.
Thank you. This was the most delusional interview ever. Thank you, everyone.
Oh my goodness, that was so bad.
I'm sorry, guys.
Thank you, goodness.
Now, as a Miss South Africa, you are a brand. And of course, being a brand means representing not just yourself, but also the powerful and prestigious brand of our country. Brand SA, our official CSI partner, and our country's brand custodian in guiding how we feature in the world, how we conduct ourselves, and of course, how we express our pride. The next round focuses on what our ladies stand for and what they represent. Each contestant will be given 45 seconds to impress the judges with their mission statements. Ladies, we ready? This side, are we ready? You look so beautiful. When I read your name, please step forward and present your pitch. And when you hear this sound, it means your time is up. We all understand? Can I get noddies? Noddies, our auditors are watching. Noddies, fantastic. Mia, we good? Good? Fantastic. First up, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Tahira.
Hello, South Africa. As a Miss South Africa, I would dedicate my reign to educate women and children through education. It is so important for us to realize that education is unlocking the potential. I would partner with skills development practitioners, education resources, and skills development practitioners. I will be a voice for the marginalized. Thank you.
Thank you, Tahira. Next up, please welcome. Oh, no, I thought I was going to hear you guys.
Hello, South Africa. It is not a secret that gender-based violence is a persisting social ill in our nation. As a Miss South Africa, I will advocate and fight against domestic violence, gender-based violence as a whole, and with Miss South Africa platform backing me, we will break barriers, we will shift barriers, and we will change South Africa for a better society. Thank you.
Next up, please welcome Kirsten.
Good day, judges and audience. Neurodiversity is a natural variation of the human brain's functions and behaviors. It encompasses individuals with learning difficulties like ADHD, like myself, autism, dyslexia, and more. I want to play my part in ensuring that we create a society that is acceptable and that ensures that everybody is included. Creating a platform that people are accepted through their own individuality. I want to ensure that everybody is seen and heard and given a platform. Thank you.
Next up, please welcome Mia.
I am a proudly South African deaf woman, and I know what it feels like to be excluded. But thanks to the Miss South Africa organization, I have a foot in the world of the included, and I want to build a bridge between those two worlds. As your Miss South Africa, I want to partner with the government, corporate South Africa, and anyone who is able to help the excluded, from financially excluded to being differently abled, to achieve their wildest dreams, just like I am tonight. Thank you.
Next up, Unsiabese.
here on the shoulders of the family members, the teachers, and the peers who believed in me and pushed me forward. I am living proof hore motho ke motho ka batho. As Miss South Africa, I aim to contribute to crime prevention. As a criminology graduate, I aim to use my skills and my platform #SafeHere in partnership with the public and private sector to contribute to the academic, social, physical, and mental well-being of children, to equalize the playing field for all children, because we cannot move forward until the future of this country is invested in. Thank you.
Next up, Layla.
%43% of children in South Africa are raised by single parents, and 93% of those parents are single mothers. And yet our single mothers are not getting the support that they need. As a single mother, I know what it feels like. If it wasn't for my community, I wouldn't be standing on this stage today. I have rooms, donated food, stationaries to lessen the burdens of our mothers. As your Miss South Africa, I stand here today with an unwavering commitment to work tirelessly and dedicate every ounce of my energy to contribute and make an impact for our mothers. We say that the children are future leaders of our countries, but let us not forget the ones who are raising the future leaders of our country.
Time's up. Thank you, Layla. And last but definitely not least, Nompumelelo.
Hello, South Africa. It is now time that we democratize mentorship. Nobody should be left behind. Everybody deserves to have access, and that is what I will achieve. Through Impumelelo Girls Mentorship, I will prioritize empowering women and investing in the future generation of our country. South Africa, as we rebuild this country, it is important for us to harness the power of mentorship and make sure that future generations have an equal chance, because every woman belongs and deserves an equal chance.
Well done, ladies. Rather you than me. I can only imagine how difficult that was. Thank you very, very much. Judges, good luck. We're going to leave it to you to deliberate. I don't know how you're going to get to one queen, because all of them were absolutely fantastic. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for a very proud moment, we have us today, our very own Miss Supranational Africa, the recently crowned Bryony Gavender, and of course she was a runner-up in 2023. But before we catch up with her, let's take a look at how her journey has been so far.
With 3 major pageant runs under her belt, Miss South Africa runner-up Bryony Gavender brought home the crown for Africa at the 15th edition of Miss Supranational 2024. She also flew the flag high at Miss Universe. Not only did our beautiful lawyer make an impression on the judges at Supranational, she also took home the Miss Friendship Special Award, a testament of her character and love among people. Bryony, we celebrate you. Congratulations on bringing home the Africa crown.
Alrighty, Bryony Gavender, congratulations. Let's hear it for her one more time. I wanted to do her very famous walk, right? Because I think this is why she scooped Miss Supranational Africa. So as loud as you can, for the very last time, Miss Supranational Africa, Bryony Gavender! Darling, come join us. You look absolutely amazing. How are you feeling?
My bee.
Baby.
I feel so nostalgic being here. I'm feeling all the feels. It is basically a trip down memory lane. I mean, look at this.
Now let me take you down memory lane. Any moment that stood out for you from being Miss Supranational Africa? Not a runner-up, but from your Miss Supranational Africa journey.
Wow, Bonang, there are so many moments, and it's something that will stick with me forever. I not only represented Bryony, but I represented my community and 60 million South Africans. And nothing will take that away from me. It was such an honor and such a privilege, and I really hope I did South Africa proud.
You really did. You absolutely did. I want you to give me in closing, your very last words to all our contestants backstage. I know they're super nervous.
Well, let me tell you, I remember last time this year, I felt nerves, but I felt so at peace. Because, girls, you have done everything to the best of your ability. What happens now is meant to be. And what you will do with the crown or with the next year or couple of years is up to you. You are all a winner in your own way.
Now, Brioni, we are, of course, celebrating 30 years of democracy. It's all about leaving an incredible legacy. What would you like yours to be?
Wow. I would say that being in the spotlight is difficult, and I've said this many times, but nothing shines brighter than authenticity. So when you don't know what to do, sit in the quiet and ask yourself, what do I want? And follow that intuition, because it will never lead you wrong.
Brilliant! Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, Miss Supranational Africa, Brioni Govender. Amazing. Thank you so much, darling. Thank you. Enjoy the show. I hope you enjoyed the show. It's going to get better and better and better. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, we shine a light on a very important milestone for our country this year. Like I said, we recognize 30 years of freedom and, of course, the democratic right to live amongst each other as equals. With 30 years under our belt, we're still considered a very young democracy. But look at how much we have achieved. Go Boca! And a big shout out to our Olympians. They did well. 1994 was a year full of hope, and I believe we have lived up to that very hope. It was also the very first time we crowned our queen in this new dispensation. You remember South Africa's sweetheart, of course, none other than Mrs. Basetsana Khumalo, Miss South Africa 1994. Take a look.
My name is Basetsana Khumalo, and I'm a businesswoman, a philanthropist, an author, a mother, a wife. I wear many hats.
At the tender age of 16, Basi, as she is affectionately called, set her sights on the world of pageantry, winning Miss Black South Africa and Miss Soweto. And then at 20, she took the coveted crown of Miss South Africa.
To wear a crown in 1994 as a 20-year-old was a daunting responsibility. It was intimidating. When you become a national symbol of hope, of what a black girl child can achieve at that time in our history, it changed my destiny in that it opened up opportunities that I could have never imagined for myself. And I think my winning also served as a unifier in many ways, in its representation, in its mandate of how the crown and the duty of crown is bigger than the individual.
Not stopping there, she went on to be the first runner-up at the Miss World of that same year.
Being on an international stage like that, it just opens your universe, it opens your mind, and you see that there's a commonality in humanity, and that is to see our societies thrive. And there's just a universal language, and that is love.
In 1994, the world looked to the South as an example of the best. And so with that tailwind of opportunity, Basi knew she had the support of many hearts and minds of all citizens, black and white.
Beauty pageants have changed over the years. Beauty pageants are now about inclusion, about diversity, about representation. And it's all part of, life and societies evolving. And the harmony that involvement of inclusivity, diversity, and representation brings. It's what makes of a better society.
She has taken her crown, borne the weight of responsibility, and challenges us and herself every day to be better people, to give back more, to realize more. The queen among queens, Basetsana is the Miss South Africa of our new world.
My advice for anyone who's in the pageant, you've come this far, and you've earned your place to be a finalist in this pageant. And come as yourself. Judges are not looking for a replica of somebody. They're looking at the essence of what you bring as an individual. We all are unique, so come as you. And to the winner, firstly, I wish you the very best of luck. This is such an incredible, life-changing opportunity to wear the crown of Miss South Africa. The duty of the crown is one to be taken seriously. Write your own chapter. Find your own voice. Walk your own path and fulfill your own destiny as Miss South Africa. And don't forget to have fun in the process.
Oh, Auntie Basi, I love to tell people that I'm in my Sister and Kumalo era. You're having the best example of sisterhood and, of course, steadfast beauty, the first of many success stories, and you just continue to evolve. Thank you so much for being an inspiration to me and many other women across our beautiful country. But, of course, back to business. This is a process of elimination. And so we enter our third elimination of the night. Who will be in our top 5? Who will be in our top 5? The top 7 are already on the stage with me. Ladies, the best of luck to you. May I ask for the envelope? There it is. Thank you so much, TT. Ladies, when I call your name, please step forward, all right? The best of luck to you. The first lady to make it through to our top 5 as her journey continues. The first spot goes to Mia! Our second spot in the top 5 goes to Unalena! The third spot in our top 5 as we grow closer to crowning our 66th Miss South Africa is Nompumelelo. Alrighty, 3 down, 2 more to go. Please welcome to your top 5. Unsiamezi. Four down, 1 spot left. Our final lady is going to occupy our final position in the top 5. Please put your hands together for Layla! Oh, ladies, there you have it, your top 5. Congratulations to them. You have been absolutely exemplary. To get this far, definitely not easy. Ladies and gentlemen at home and all of us watching us on SABC Plus, let's take a breather as we prepare for my final and my favorite moment, evening wear.
Thank you to our partners for taking care of the Miss South Africa finalists for 2024 and for the road ahead for the newly crowned queen. They have graced the ladies with delicate and beautiful eyebrow and eyelash grooming from Erica Davis Aesthetics. Hairstyling and maintenance by Duchess of Maine, Sahab Hairline and braids by Tandekile. And nail care from Sparkle South Africa and Nava Beauty.
What's with the bottle?
Shoot the other day, but from a Zulu, Fumbu, Umzegeze. Ubuyanin. Okay, right, start walking. You're almost riding left and right. You're following the signs. Maga figure out since Barabama man. Korkot Lokulan all Vulalit. Usu-superhero ke manje uyezwa? Obvious mkhulu. Akutshela mfana, ikholi yasekazi.
I think what I have hoped for years has happened. The openness and the diversity of the pageant, how it has given different women from different backgrounds, different culture, and opportunity to showcase who we are as South Africans. I mean, it started 30 years ago with J.K. Mufokeng, with Basitsana, with a whole lot of women that represented us beautifully.
Being part of the first group of kids of color to go to a previously white-only school, I think already then, even though our parents had tried to shield us as much as possible, it had become quite a reality to us that things were changing and that we were actually a pivotal part of that change.
I've always loved pageantry as a young girl from Soweto. Born and bred in Diepkloof, we've always known the likes of J.K. Mufokeng, Basitsana Khumalo, and it was really truly inspirational that at that time, because we hadn't seen women of our color, you know, on our screens entering the pageant, it was a huge shift in my head to say anything is possible and that one day, hopefully, I'll be on the same platform.
When I turned 30, a big thing in my life was to start setting more boundaries, to learn to say no and to speak up for the things that truly resonates with me and that is in line with my value system. And so for the pageant, my hope would also be to adjust their value system, to be more inclusive, to say no to things that they think is wrong and that needs to change in the pageantry as our world changes, as we change as human beings.
As South Africans, we face various challenges, various difficulties, but we always manage to find hope in something like sports, like the Olympics, something like Miss South Africa. And I think as long as you have hope, it's so much easier to go through these challenges and face them together. And I think that's what the Miss South Africa platform has done for so many years.
A big pivotal moment to me where I saw that democracy is alive and that the color of the finalist's skin wasn't the biggest topic of conversation was when Natasha Joubert won. For me, it felt like the entire SunBet arena, like they erupted in joint applause and excitement for this young woman who then became their representative, or our representative. But there have been so many moments throughout this journey where I've realized the unifying power of Miss South Africa, and that's part of the reason why I'm so proud to be part of the sisterhood.
Welcome back to the 2024 Miss South Africa live finale. If you've just joined us, well, we still have an evening filled with glitz, glamour, and of course, beautiful gowns. The socials are going crazy. Thank you so much for allowing us to trade tonight. Hashtag MissSA 2024. I'm loving all your tweets. And please tell us what you are loving on stage tonight and who your favorite finalist is. Let me go back to Natasha. I know she's socializing, having a good time. Who do you have there, darling?
As always, socializing, but I'm joined with a very special lady tonight because it's actually the woman who gave me the privilege to step into her footsteps. 30 years of democracy. Davi, I mean, this is such a huge platform. What does it mean to be a Miss South Africa in a time like today?
Thank you, Natasha. Good evening, everybody. Wow, I am so excited to be here, and I can't believe we are celebrating 30 years of democracy. You know, it was so inspiring seeing Basitsana on the screen, and you know, standing here, just being able to say that I'm a Black Miss South Africa, it's just such a testament of how far we've come as a country. You know, and being Miss South Africa, you step into a role of leadership, and leadership is both a privilege as well as a responsibility. So we need to take up that responsibility and ensure that we show up in all the spaces that we get to step in.
Yo, guys, she's pretty. I'm getting lost in your eyes. I'm like, hey, she's a pretty Miss South Africa. Another one I want to ask. So you've been on stage, right? Yeah. You've crowned me. Yeah. Now you are viewing as a Miss SA. So not only advice to the new girls tonight, can you give me advice how to put the crown on nicely tonight?
Listen, it's a serious and relevant question that you're asking. I had to practice ensuring that I'm holding it correctly, but you just gotta do it, girl. You just gotta do it. Be in that moment and focus on that head, okay?
Love that. Back to you, Bonan.
Thank you so much, ladies. The stakes are really high. We've heard from our former Miss South Africans and judges. And now let's hear from our sponsor.
Saul went overseas. He found some architects. He brought them out here. Then they came up with some Moroccan-looking building, and he said, no, that's what he's not going to build. Jerry Allison worked for the Walt Disney, who was the entertainment genius, and Jim Langenheim worked for Howard Hughes. And those the two architects sat down and came up with a concept. So after that, they just drew a forest with little towers sticking out the forest, and Saul said, oh, that's great, that's what he likes.
I've walked around this hotel for many years, and it always astounds me that the architects actually visualized a lot of those views. You know, every corridor has a unique view, every room has a unique view. From an overall perspective, the experience of Sun City as a whole, the forests around the palace pool itself, they're all magnificent in themselves.
There is no other Palace of the Lost City in the world. And I think as a South African, I feel incredibly privileged. It's part of our heritage, it's part of our history, it's a treasure to this country.
I think it's uniquely African, and in the context of South Africa and South African hotels, you know, it's beyond anyone's wildest imagination. And I think iconically, if you haven't stayed at the palace, then you haven't stayed.
In 2004, I was fortunate enough to be running the resort. And I said, Mr. Kersner, this is going to sound like a really, really strange question, but when you were designing and building the palace, you had a certain vision for what the palace would look like. Did it turn out the way you envisaged? And he looked at me with these steely eyes and he said, exactly.
Pay attention. Discover Alvive Hydra Hyaluronic, the world's #1 hair care hydration routine. Loved by 100 million consumers. Powered by pure hyaluronic acid to replump the fibers. Leaving hair healthy and hydrated without the weight. For 72 hours. Hydra Hyaluronic by Alvive L'Oréal Paris.
We're worth it.
Alrighty, let's move on with the show. From darkness into light. Tonight continues to be a perfect balance of excitement and deep emotion. Please welcome on stage award-winning musician Zoe Mudiga, accompanied by beautiful ladies in the evening wear.
This time
return, more from Miss South Africa 2024. Thank you to our partners for taking care of the Miss South Africa finalists for 2024 and for the road ahead for the newly crowned Queen. For every reason to celebrate, our official celebration partner, House of B&G. For stepping out in style, our preferred footwear partner, Steve Madden, and costume jewelry partner, Lovisa. And to ensure she's always on point, our official fragrances, body care, and clothing from Woolworths and W Beauty.
Introducing new non-alcoholic Nectar Rosé from the House of B&G.
We are back and we are almost heading into our top 5 Q&A, guys. The pressure is getting worse. I am joined by the beautiful Vanessa Carrera, Miss South Africa 2001, but she was actually one of my judges on Crown Chasers last year. I have to ask, right? We've got this beautiful finale, but Crown Chasers counts a lot. So, Vanessa, how would you say that contributes to tonight?
You know, Natasha, I think that the pageant has changed so much over the last 30 years, as you've pointed out. And one of the biggest factors is obviously the fact now that with social media and with a show like Crown Chasers, the public gets to know these beautiful women really in depth before they are up on this stage. So when we hear the crowd screaming for their favorites, it's because they feel they really know these young women. So it's about connecting with the audience, which I think is completely unprecedented. So it's an incredible way for people to really choose their Miss South Africa. Very important.
Guys, it's been 23 years. Can I look like that in 23 years? Post-rain. I have to ask, 2001 to 2024, what would you say have changed so drastically? If you could take one thing out of your year and compare it to now, give us the juice.
I think that these young women have to contend with so much more than we did. Am I right, Joe? Am I right? In terms of social media, in terms of always being on, in terms of always being accessible, never putting one foot wrong, I think the pressure on these young women is immense. And for them to stand up there as beautifully and proudly as they do, representing our incredible nation, is a phenomenal feat of feminine power and strength. So I am just in awe at what these young women are able to achieve with so much pressure on them at all times.
Thank you, Vanessa. Guys, I had the honor of hosting Crown Chasers, but tonight I'm wearing the Miss South Africa hat and there was a lot of prizes with that title. Let's take a look.
Tonight, our newly crowned Miss South Africa 2024 will walk away with unforgettable prizes. For her year of reign, she will drive in style in a brand new Mercedes-Benz CLE Coupe. Live in a stunning apartment at the exquisite Brookfield at Royal, developed by Tricolt, with glorious views of the Johannesburg skyline. Furnished with homeware and accessories by Woolworths Home. Sean will add the perfect touch to her apartment with their stunning furniture. She will also receive an array of L'Oreal Paris beauty products for that delicate skin, makeup, and hair care routine. For traveling across Southern Africa, Sun International will always ensure that our Queen has a home away from home. Keeping her connected, Vivo South Africa, the official smartphone partner, will light up Miss South Africa's journey with the cutting-edge technology and style of the Vivo V30 5G. Ensuring that she is dressed to impress at every moment, she'll receive a custom wardrobe courtesy of AFI, African Fashion International. More Fire, the beverage of choice, will make sure she remains ignited and fired up. A queen needs a crown, so our new queen will wear the beautiful Moana, courtesy of Nungu Diamonds. And of course, from the Miss South Africa organization, she walks away with 1 million rand. Thank you to our luxury brand partners for taking daily care of our Miss South Africa 2024.
Whatsoever. It just happens. It came together. I know you're doing sound check, ne? Acting like you're asking me a question. What would I change through how I judge? Nothing. That's a nice moment.
There were so many funny moments in my reign. If I look back, I mean, starting off, the first night that I had on my crown as Miss South Africa, I so desperately wanted to go downstairs to the hotel room where my parents were so that my mom could help me take the crown off, because there were so many pins holding my crown down, I actually couldn't get it off my head. So in all honesty, I ended up sleeping with a crown on my head, and when hair and makeup arrived the next morning, they were like, why do you still have it on? I'm like, I couldn't take this thing off. So yeah, it was heavy is the head that wears the crown.
The funniest thing that happened to me in my reign was wearing a size too small shoes. I was at a big gala event. I sat next to the table and I thought that I have 10 to 15 minutes to just, take off my shoes and relax. And at that moment when I took off my shoes, they called me on stage. And it was so difficult to get them back. So one of the pieces of advice that I would like to give the girls, never take off your shoes. It's more difficult to get them back on. Just wait until you get back to your room.
I'm having the best iconic moments. I've got Miss Universe in 1978 with me, Margaret Gardner. Let's give her a round of applause. South Africa's sweetheart. I really want to ask, because I follow you on socials, by the way, and I want to ask a few pointers to the girls. It's about to go into Q&A. I feel like they walk the walk. Listen, they look the part. I'm gonna steal those dresses, ladies. I'm coming for you. Yeah. After Q&A, I'll be there. Any advice to them to calm their nerves, but to speak their truth?
Well, I think it's really important to remember that you are the fertilizer of our nation. You are the hope and the inspiration that will allow our youth to pursue their dreams, to own their truth, but also for women to be able to say no if they're uncomfortable, and if they are in trouble, to reach out and ask for help. It's your right and it's society's right. And also, I have to say, this woman has been the most amazing Miss South Africa, and we should all give her a round of applause.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Margaret. Thank you so much. I'm heading to the judges. You women have such a difficult task. I'll always be on this side, right? You make the decisions and I will just celebrate. You get? Lerato, you have been there since top 30 judging, since the very first day. How have you seen these ladies grown up until tonight?
It's been exceptional. Each and every one of them, I remind them every time I see them. You came into this pageant a certain type of woman, and now you are here, a beautiful, smart, incredible woman. And whoever takes the crown today, don't forget to enjoy the reign, to be gracious, to be relatable, be for the people and about the people.
Liandi! Second season of Crown Chasers. Yes, second season, the OG.
Yes.
How have these ladies not only grown, but what would you say you are looking for in a Miss South Africa tonight?
Oh my goodness, that's a very long answer. But for me, the ladies that are standing here, what I really appreciate is their consistency throughout the journey. And that is what I love about Crown Chasers, because we get to know them in depth and see how they are fighting and growing. And every girl that was here tonight on stage was incredible. We were like, wow, we can't believe it's the same girls. So well done, women. You have risen. Really, it's amazing.
Give them a round of applause. Raylene. Guys, Raylene is literally my role model. You know, I sat actually right next to the stage in 2014. I was grade 11 when you were crowned. Guys, my role model up until today. I mean, you have been on the Miss World stage. You have been Miss South Africa as well. But also you are a mother. You wear so many hats. You know, we have a diverse group standing here. What is your advice, not only to be a great Miss South Africa, but just the ambassador in general?
Natasha, thank you for those kind words. It's incredible to hear. It makes my heart sing. The most important thing to remember is your why. Why do you want to be a Miss South Africa? Each one of you have a story, you have a background, and you are taking so many other South Africans with you. So whether you win, whether you don't win, the power of this platform, of that title, is each and every one of yours. So use it wisely. Don't take that responsibility lightly.
Thank you so much, Rulene. Guys, this past year has been the best year of my life. Let's take a look at some of my moments. Welcome to Crown Chasers Season 3. I'm your host, Natasha Joubert, and welcome to Elimination Day. Let's rattle it out! Face, confidence, and go, sway the hips. We want to make sure that these ladies leave the platform empowered, facing their power, and embracing their future. Confidence, be yourselves, have fun, look at the cams, do the poses. Let's go do this. Ladies, I want you to celebrate the small ones.
Absolutely.
Don't be too hard on yourself when it comes to the ramp, when you feel like, oh, I should have done this. Like, to really just go back to your room and say, cool, next week, let's do it. It's literally to see, are you the woman that can actually step into these shoes and day-to-day serve this country? I'm really, really honored to be spending it with you. Aww. Cheers. 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 Soon I will be handing over my crown to one of these beautiful, strong women. You look beautiful. I am proud of you. Really, I'm proud of you. And I also don't want you girls to sit here and compare your answers. Seeing these girls go through it and now experiencing from a different aspect, like, I take my hat off to them. I've been where you've been. Come back stronger. Might be not your time now, but maybe in 2 years' time, okay? We're gonna enjoy where we are. We're gonna celebrate what we've accomplished. Crown Chasers is done.
We are edging ever closer to the crowning. And the next round is the more fire, quick round of questions. In the fishbowl here in front of me, you will see the name of each of our judges. Ladies, you'll put your hand inside the bowl and select a name. That will be the judge that gives you the question, after which we will give you 30 seconds to answer. Contestants, are you ready? Okay, ladies, I will call your name in the order of how you were announced earlier on today. So let's start with Mia. Thank you, Mia. Your question will be courtesy of Rolene Strauss.
Mia, as soon as a Miss South Africa is crowned, her followers on social media increase significantly. If you were to win and guaranteed that your next post will go viral, what would you say and why?
So, I would first post a photo of my crowning moment and say that tonight we have created a new generation of believers. All the little girls out there who have felt different because they are not what society has told them to be, will believe that they are so wildly capable, just like I am. Thank you, everyone.
Congratulations, Mia. All right, next up, please welcome for her quick fire question. Unalinda! Your question will be courtesy of Lerato Khanyago.
Ona, my question for you tonight is, has technology brought us closer together or driven us further apart, and why?
I believe that technology has in fact driven us very far apart. These last couple of weeks have been very difficult for me because I could see how South Africa has been divided through the works of technology. And I'm standing here urging South Africans to stand in unity. Remember who you are so that South Africa can thrive again. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up for her quick fire question, please welcome Nompumelelo. Your question will be from our amazing judge, Tembi Siede.
Hi, Noms. What does empowerment mean to you? And how would you utilize your platform as Miss South Africa to empower others, particularly the marginalized community, to overcome obstacles and to reach their full potential?
Empowerment to me means rising as I rise with others. Being a product of Soweto, a township where we are crippled by social ills, I think that it's important to remind ourselves that we are not a product of our circumstance. This reminder needs to be constant in knowing who you are, in your true identity, and trusting that you are honestly deserving of everything that comes your way.
Next up, please welcome Unsiametse. All right, your question is courtesy of Jolene Strauss.
Firstly, you look exquisite, so take a deep breath. What have you learned about yourself in the build-up over the past couple of weeks that makes you the right representative of our country at this time?
Aside from crown chasers being one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life, I have learned that my sensitivity is not a weakness. I have learned that my sensitivity will allow me as Miss South Africa to pay attention. There's so many ills that South Africa is going through, and we need a sensitive Miss South Africa to have a vision and a plan for this country.
Our final lady. Please welcome Layla. All right, Layla. Layla, your question will be courtesy of Leandy Durant.
Layla, how do you believe your identity can inspire other individuals to truly be themselves without conforming to societal norms?
To give myself permission to live in the dualities of my imperfections, my smallness, and my greatness. Because nobody is perfect, and God has gifted us, each and every single one of us, with a unique gift, and we have to embrace it and accept it. And if the world doesn't accept you, then it doesn't matter, because their opinion is not relevant. Be you.
All right, there you have it. Let's hear it as loud as you can for your top 5. Thank you so much to our wonderful judges for those questions. I loved every single one of them. All right, get to the socials right now, ladies and gentlemen, at @official_Miss SA, hashtag Miss SA 2024. Very well done. Winning the ultimate prize and title is never easy. Being a Miss South Africa is largely about advocacy. And to some, you are a pillar of hope and belief in a new world. Let's take a look at the amazing impact platforms that made this year so special.
No, not a beauty contest. A competition of prowess, agility, leadership, and kindness. A Miss South Africa is a woman amongst women who proves to the world that she is worldly, dutiful, ambitious, and a winner. Over the years, the pageant has displayed again and again that it is a stage to highlight the good and challenges of society. Each year, a woman wins not only for herself, but for a community of people who otherwise would not have been heard nor seen. She champions for the plight of forgotten issues and brings them from the shadows into the brightest lights. A catalyst, Miss South Africas of the past have ignited faith and hope in education, gender equality, and health issues. They have created places of safety for mothers and children to flourish. They have raised millions of rands for research and through scholarships produce more professionals who go on to contribute positively to society. They have met with world leaders, spoken at global humanitarian events, made the world sit up and pay attention. They run successful businesses, conduct leadership training, challenge the legal status quo, bolster human rights issues, and uphold grounded family values. An inclusive, diverse, and ever-evolving platform, the organization has kept up with the times, listened to South Africans, and made the pageant more responsive to how women live in their worlds. Now a woman can be married, have children, be of the LGBTQI and transgender communities. These changes may not impact society, but are an impact of society to ensure representation across the board. A leading voice, her influence is not her beauty. It is her approach to the beauty of life. One life may wear the crown, but they also wear the weight of society in the jewels of that crown. The Miss South Africa pageant is leading the charge on how women can truly change a community's world.
This amazing platform has allowed our wonderful women to do amazing work. So a big salute to the Miss South Africa organization. From a group of incredible women to one of my favorite South African superstars. Please welcome on stage, Amapiano international superstar, come on, Bella!
What's up in South Africa? Can you feel it? Aside who run the world, but who runs the world, I boys. Aside, but who runs? 1, 2, 3, let's go. Aside, aside, aside. Energy.
Coming in hot, coming in hot gumboos. Okay, you got a few dancers. You think you got more bad?
Pulo pulo, delisuka, ekuthembu, sazoshuba, delujabula, hallelujah, usatani, uyihlupha, kulukulu, delitiba, delitawa, delimita, bambelela, sazoshintsha, donkey mine. Kulukulu, delisuka, ekuthembu, sazoshuba, delujabula, hallelujah, usatani, uyihlupha, kulukulu, delitiba, delitawa, delimita, bambelela, sazoshintsha, donkey money. Takipilo, kulukula, telisuga, yekutumba, sasishuba, kelukchabula, hallelujah, musatana, uyesuba, kulukula, telifiba, telitawa, telimita, bambelela, sasishinja, donkimali, bangi, amanda woke para, baya bona, kille para, mutepe, mala prada, Louis V, asusasa, ukaligane, ukaluma, Kinita pinisi sudagaso, kumisha pasiba bata samore. Mangi, amanda woke para, baya bona, kille para, mutepe, mala prada, Louis V, asusasa, ukaligane, ukaluma, Kinita pinisi sudagaso, kumisha pasiba bata samore.
After the break, we meet our top 3. Stay tuned to Miss South Africa 2024. Thank you to our partners for taking care of the Miss South Africa finalists for 2024 and for the road ahead for the newly crowned queen. The road has been lit with cosmetic dentistry and dental health care by the Smile Zone, exquisite hair pieces from Maine International, and ensuring that our Miss South Africa's wellness is always a priority. Cryo by Coco will spoil her with cryotherapy sessions. And to ensure good structure and strength, Motherkind as the official collagen partner.
A much needed break after that fiery performance. Let's hear it one more time for Kamumbela. Love it so much. Things are getting heated up as we get closer and closer to crowning our brand new queen. Moana is here and ready to be handed over to our new leading lady. Now, ladies, in your beautiful Anel Border creations, you have come this far into this competition, and let me tell you, each and every one of you is very deserving. Let's see who will make it through to the next round. And to everyone in the arena and those at home, I have the names in this card of the 3 ladies who are going to be joining us in our top 3. We ready? Ladies, when I call out your name, please come forward in no particular order. Your top 3 are... The first spot in the top 3, and the lady whose journey still continues, is... Unalena! The second spot in our top 3 of the 2024 Miss South Africa pageant belongs to Mia! And the very last spot in the top 3, please welcome Nompumelelo! Congratulations to our top 3. You are indeed in the running to possibly becoming a brand new Miss South Africa. Thank you, ladies. You may leave the stage. I'll see you in a couple of moments. Thank you so much. Hey, hey, hey. Our top 3 is looking so good. And the energy in this arena is absolutely electric. Take a minute right now to catch our breath and take a look one more time at the prizes. Miss South Africa 2024.
Tonight, our newly crowned Miss South Africa 2024 will walk away with unforgettable prizes. For her year of reign, she will drive in style in a brand new Mercedes-Benz CLE Coupe. Live in a stunning apartment at the exquisite Brookfield at Royal, developed by Tricolt, with glorious views of the Johannesburg skyline. Furnished with homeware and accessories by Woolworths Home. Sean will add the perfect touch to her apartment with their stunning furniture. She will also receive an array of L'Oreal Paris beauty products for that delicate skin, makeup, and hair care routine. For traveling across Southern Africa, Sun International will always ensure that our Queen has a home away from home. Keeping her connected, Vivo South Africa, the official smartphone partner, will light up Miss South Africa's journey with the cutting-edge technology and style of the Vivo V30 5G. Ensuring that she is dressed to impress at every moment, she'll receive a custom wardrobe courtesy of AFI, African Fashion International. More Fire, the beverage of choice, will make sure she remains ignited and fired up. A queen needs a crown, so our new queen will wear the beautiful Moana, courtesy of Nungu Diamonds. And of course, from the Miss South Africa organization, she walks away with 1 million rand. Thank you to our luxury brand partners for taking daily care of our Miss South Africa 2024.
So, at the top of the show, we told you to follow us on all our social media and, of course, submit one question that you would like the top 3 to answer using our official hashtag AskMissSA 2024. This is another quick fire question, but by the public. Thank you so much to @official_Letabo. Your question has been chosen. I hope you're still watching and enjoying the show. Ladies, this is how this segment is going to work, all right? Each of you will be asked exactly the same question, but to keep it fair, the other 2 contestants here behind me will be standing a little bit further and listening to some proudly South African tunes, all right, just to make sure that nobody hears us. Our first lady is here. Here is the question. Offense? Can they hear me? Okay, they can hear me. Let's move on. Letabo, thank you very much for your question. Here it is. What are some of the changes would you bring to South Africa as a nation?
It is not a... okay, sorry. One thing that I love about my country is our ability to unite despite whatever it is that we go through. My country is one that embraces their diversity and moves forward to achieve whatever goal they require. I love South Africa because we are a country and a nation that is immovable, that is unchangeable. And I would change, the one thing that I would change is that, thank you.
Time is up, unfortunately. Give her a round of applause. It's difficult, right? So difficult. You did well. You did well. You did well. Next up, Mia. Mia, step forward. We need to make sure that Mia can read the question. Mia, here it is. What are some of the changes would you bring to South Africa as a nation? All right. Mia, your question is on the auto cue, all right? There it is. Can you read it? What are some of the changes you would bring to South Africa as a nation? Good luck.
We are leaving too many South Africans behind, and I am here to teach the included how to be inclusive towards the excluded, as well as empowering the excluded with tools so they can reach their full potential, because our country is at its strongest when it is unified. Thank you.
Thank you, Mia. Give her a round of applause. And last but definitely not least, please welcome our very last finalist, Nompumelelo. Nompumelelo, you have 30 seconds. Here is your question, courtesy of official_Letabo. Thank you very much. What are some of the changes would you bring to South Africa as a nation?
I think that South Africa has some of the best strategies and the policies in place. But it's time that we have a friendly conversation with our leaders about accountability. A promise made is a promise that must be kept. And as a Miss South Africa, when I say I will rise as I rise with others, that is exactly what I will do.
Congratulations, Nompumelelo. Congratulations, Leila, and of course, Nia. Such great and diverse answers. Well done, ladies. You have done all you can to impress our judges. Let's just hope it was enough. Stay with us as we move swiftly along to announce our top 2 and, of course, our ultimate queen.
Thank you to our partners for taking care of the Miss South Africa finalists for 2024 and for the road ahead for the newly crowned queen. Our Miss South Africa 2024 will be set for all her travels with luggage from Forever New and for ensuring she's always dressed for success. Ensuring her oral health is taken care of, thank you to Listerine. To keep her well-groomed, thank you to Intuition South Africa. With sunglasses from RS Sunglasses, Miss South Africa will be ready to conquer her fabulous lifestyle. Retail Insight will ensure Miss SA is always connected with megabytes of data and able to spoil herself with her Retail Insight gift card.
I just know, right, that the emotions backstage are super high and the nerves are absolutely killing them. Now we are one step closer to getting to that final moment of crowning our brand new Miss South Africa. But before we crown the new queen, we have to say goodbye and farewell to one of my favorite girls, the current reigning Miss South Africa 2023, Natasha Joubert.
A journey that did not only start in 2023, but in 2020. I'm ready to face my power and to embrace my future. And this year, I'm entering Miss South Africa 2020. I am the example of second chances. In order to speak on the highlights and the most incredible year of my life, I have to acknowledge how it all started. And little did the 22-year-old me know that a journey of second chances had begun. I thank you, South Africa. In that year, I was runner-up and I had the opportunity to represent my country at the Miss Universe pageant. I didn't win the competition, but I won in life because of the support I had from my country. I returned home battling with depression and ashamed, but your love helped me through. Your support helped me stand stronger and more resilient than ever when entering Miss South Africa for the second time. Last year, right here, I stood sharing my heart, which you received with open arms, and so I've dedicated this past year to you. I've wanted to be a Miss South Africa as an example of growth, one who can normalize failure, second tries, depression, grief, and advocate for resilience, dedication, and fighting for what you want. Education is so important to me, and the lack of finances should not be the barrier to study, a reality that I faced in my younger life. So, last year, I made a promise to assist by starting the Natasha Joubert Collective Bursary Program, which has helped many students fulfill their dreams, a second chance at a better life, and the ability to study. Tonight, I promise you that that legacy will continue. It has been an incredible year. I've traveled across the world to Paris with L'Oreal, Australia with Forever New, Mauritius for my official shoot, celebrating a homecoming with our booker, doing a country tour with Intuition, speaking at the Forbes Leading Women Summit, working on bursaries with Boston, ASUS, Hyperion Dev, and hosting crown chases, and so much more. To the Miss South Africa organization, I will forever be grateful that you helped shape the Natasha you see here tonight. I will always have the utmost respect for what you do and this platform. To our new Miss South Africa being crowned tonight, you are so worthy, so capable. I'm right here if you need anything. take on this year boldly. To every single person who have contributed to my journey, from the bottom of my heart, I thank you. My entire family, all my friends, you've walked this journey with me since I was a little girl. I thank you for standing by my side and not only cheering me on, maar om my te help pak, om my te help met my entry video af te neem, encouraging me, praying for me, and all the ways you've contributed. To my fiancé, guys, I got engaged. Thank you for patiently waiting to live out my dream. Now you and I will start our new chapter, our marriage. Ek is ongelooflik lief vir julle. Always and forever, Natasha, your Miss South A 2023.
Thank you so much, Natasha! You look absolutely amazing, my darling. You have been so exemplary. I hope that you have learned so much. And most of all, I hope you had the time of your life. We appreciate you. We love you. We wish you all the best with your future endeavors. And of course, congratulations on the engagement. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the crown is officially up for grabs and is ready for transition to our brand new queen. I hope my ladies are ready. I'm going to welcome back our top three on stage. And while we do that, thank you very much for staying in touch with us on all our social media. We are trending all around the world. Thank you very much. And of course, a special hello to our friends on SABC+. It's now time to announce the names of the two contestants going through to the next round. Ladies, you know the drill by now. In no particular order, when I call your name, please step forward. Our top two, the first spot goes to Nompumelelo. And the second lady to join Nompumelelo in our top two, please welcome South Africa, here they are, your top two. Let's have another look at the wonderful prizes our brand new Miss South Africa will take home tonight.
Tonight, our newly crowned Miss South Africa 2024 will walk away with unforgettable prizes. For her year of reign, she will drive in style in a brand new Mercedes-Benz CLE Coupe. Live in a stunning apartment at the exquisite Brookfield at Royal, developed by Tricolt, with glorious views of the Johannesburg skyline. Furnished with homeware and accessories by Woolworths Home. Sean will add the perfect touch to her apartment with their stunning furniture. She will also receive an array of L'Oreal Paris beauty products for that delicate skin, makeup, and hair care routine. For traveling across Southern Africa, Sun International will always ensure that our queen has a home away from home. Keeping her connected, Vivo South Africa, the official smartphone partner, will light up Miss South Africa's journey with the cutting-edge technology and style of the Vivo V30 5G. Ensuring that she is dressed to impress at every moment, she'll receive a custom wardrobe courtesy of AFI, African Fashion International. More Fire, the beverage of choice, will make sure she remains ignited and fired up. A queen needs a crown, so our new queen will wear the beautiful Moana, courtesy of Nungu Diamonds. And of course, from the Miss South Africa organization, she walks away with 1 million rand. Thank you to our luxury brand partners for taking daily care of our Miss South Africa 2024.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your top 2 and finally the moment we've all been waiting for. We have the results, and in the event that our brand new Miss South Africa cannot fulfill her duties, the runner-up will step into her role. Ladies, are you ready? South Africa, a new queen to represent us all. Brand new Miss South Africa 2024 is... There she is, ladies and gentlemen, our brand new Miss South Africa 2024, Mia! Thank you so much for joining us for yet another exhilarating Miss South Africa. A heartfelt thank you to all our sponsors and, of course, our partners. Congratulations to our Miss SA back once again. And let's go celebrate right now with the class of the House of B&G. To you, Mzansi, thank you for tuning in and making this another great story to tell. I will see you Monday, Bedazzled by Bonang, right here on SABC3 at 6 p.m. It's been an absolute honor. Can't wait to see you again. You go, B! I'm out of here, baby.